Good afternoon, everybody. Late afternoon. It's 5 o'clock on Tuesday. An update on Sandy, the storm that has hit our area and all the areas around us, but we're here to talk about Bensalem this evening. An update. I have with me the Director of Public Safety, Fred Harran. To my right and to my left is the Director of Public Works, Jim Ryan. I want to just try to bring you up to date real quickly on everything. Everybody's been working round the clock. When I mean round the clock, 24 hours. Did it in preparation and working through the storm and the problems that it's created, and will continue to do that. We've had everybody working, our police, our fire rescue, EMS, public works, everybody working around the clock to try to get things done. The biggest problem we have right now is PICO to restore all of the electricity around the township. We have outages in many, many places. I speak here tonight, and obviously they won't get this program. But hopefully tomorrow will repeat itself, and by then some electric will be back on. One of the things I want to tell you right now, schools are closed in Bensalem tomorrow. Schools are closed. The public schools are closed. That's already been determined, so no children will be going to school tomorrow. Now, I'm not sure about the private schools or some of the other schools, but the Bensalem public schools are closed. And I'm going to ask Fred Harran to start off, bring us up to date on all of the police matters as we speak this evening. There's a lot of outages, including traffic problems. So, Fred, you want to start talking?
Sure, Mayor. We do have some traffic issues. We have some of the major intersections that are still out, and I know we're working as we speak. We've got some electric companies working to get the power on, kind of bypassing the PICO system to get some power to those lights so we can get them on tonight.
Explain that quickly, because PICO's not setting these signals, these traffic signals up. We're getting private companies. Jim is called. Explain what's going on there.
Sure. I'm not going to let Jim give a little bit more explanation, but he's going to use a company to put a generator onto these lights so that we can get the traffic signals working. Some of them. Some of the ones that are major intersections at Street in Humeville, Street in Knight, Street in Mechanicsville. Some of the big ones, obviously, some of the other ones are still major, are still good-sized intersections, but we can't certainly power every single one of them. I was out there today. It looks like people are using common sense. They're being courteous towards one another and kind of letting people yield and stopping, even if there's not stop signs, giving people, right away, so working with, and that's what it's all about.
I want to stop on there, Jim. Again, you put stop signs up, temporary stop signs on a lot of these lights, and they are being encouraged. I've been through them all day, and that's a whole other system. They had to put these stop signs, put sandbags on them, 4 ways. So you're doing your jobs, and gosh, I don't know how to thank you enough on everybody how hard they're working, and just the police are out there, and just everything. The system's working. Unfortunately, the power outages are the problem. And one of the things I think, what you want to call luck or what, I don't think we got the rain that was predicted for this area. Now tonight, later on, there'll be another high tide, and we'll see how that works on the Delaware and the Chamonix. But don't think that we're out of the woods on that, because all of this water coming down on our creeks and everything going into the Delaware. So we'll keep a close eye on that and make sure that everybody's safe. But talk a little bit about, Jim, what you've been doing.
Well, Your Honor, we started filling sandbags over the weekend. We cleaned storm inlets, and we've been in touch with our weather people at the township, and kept updated, almost hourly, all during the storm. We had a full staff of people, of 20 public works employees that actually started yesterday morning, and they're still working right now. And they will continue to work clearing the streets, clearing trees, clearing debris, and we're going to continue it until this township's back the way it was prior to the storm.
Jim, one of the things, I know we clear all the trees that we can do, but when they hit PICO wires, we are not allowed, am I correct in saying it? I'll let you say it.
Yeah.
What happens when the PICO lines are down with a tree?
When the police department first initially gets the call, they take all the information that passes on to Public Works, and we send our crews out to do an initial assessment of it. If there's any type of wire, the Public Works employees are not, electricians. They don't know the difference between a transmission main or a cable line or a phone line or a fiber optic line. We don't take that chance. Anything that has a wire in it, the Public Works Department will not touch that tree until it's cleared by PICO. PICO has their tree people that actually come out. They remove the wire from the tree, and then we'll go back and remove the tree that's blocking the roadway.
Yeah, and we cooperate that way. We're willing to go in there right now. As long as those wires are gone and PICO's gone, we'll get the tree out of there. PICO's supposed to do it also. They have their own crews that do that. But to expedite things, we'll go in there and get it done. Tell us a little bit about, I know we had some people that couldn't stay in their homes.
Sure.
So the system, it worked. People
Sure.
were taken care of, and you'll continue to do that.
Yeah, two things to that. One is yesterday we sent the word out for mandatory evacuations. When we were preparing for the storm. We didn't want to be doing evacuations at 2 o'clock in the morning when high tide came in. So the areas that we know traditionally get water, we wanted to make sure those people got enough time to get their stuff together under daylight while things were calm before the storm came in. And we wanted people to get out. The good news is that the storm, water-wise, we didn't get clobbered. We got clobbered with wind, which took down trees and electric, but we didn't get clobbered with water. So those evacuations were preventive, but many of those people did not get flooded. The second thing, and I think there was some misunderstandings with the viewers, or maybe the way I explained it, we had a evacuation center prepared to open as we needed it, and that was, as you know, Struble Elementary School. That actually did open up later. We did take people from Pennsbury over to Struble. That center was set up for at 2 o'clock in the morning when we needed to get people right from Ben Salem right to a close spot. That was all set up, ready to go. But while things were calm, we had 2 Red Cross shelters, actually 3, but I'm not going to count Palisades. That was pretty far from Ben Salem. We had 2 Red Cross shelters ready to go, and one was at Council Rock and one was at Pennsbury, which is only about a 7-minute ride from the Ben Salem line, and we were taking people over there. So I know we were getting Facebook, and we had our public information officer was on Twitter and Facebook, and we got a lot of comments back from people in the public, like Ben Salem was really kicking out the information, and we try to do that to make sure people are staying up to date, give as much information. So that may have been a little communication breakdown maybe on my end, but we did have shelters, we did have evacuation centers, and everything was good to go. We did have people coming over today at Struble, and the last folks just left. As you know, we just finished a meeting with everyone, and if we need tonight, if the weather starts getting very cold and you don't have heat and you don't have electric, all we have to do is call the police department number, and we're set up. Our shelter will be open in 19 minutes. It takes us to get that thing open.
And it's important for seniors out there. It
Yeah.
might start to feel cool. It's a cool evening. It's not going to freeze, but it could be anyone that has young babies or anything like that. Just call.
Yeah.
And we'll make sure that's taken care of. I want to spend a couple minutes here. I know I had to get these guys going. Jim hasn't slept, and I'm not kidding, in the last 48 hours at all. So I want to get him out of here, maybe catch a little bit of sleep. But now you've got those intersections.
Yeah.
But they'll handle that, I hope.
I'm hoping by 11 o'clock I'll be.
Okay. Yeah, it's unbelievable the service that our employees give here. We had a lot of people. The township was closed today. It will be open tomorrow. The township will be open, full staff tomorrow. And I want to just spend a couple minutes on the PICO conference call we had for about a half an hour. So both of you can kick in anytime you want to start out, Fred.
I have some interesting numbers to give out. Bucks County, out of the 5 counties, was the hardest hit with about 180,000 customers without power. That's 180,000 PICO customers, and I think the population in Bucks County, Mayor, is what, 650,000?
660,000.
660,000, so almost 200,000 customers. So that's probably well over half to 3/4 of the county was without power, homes, because of the population numbers. So that's a lot of people without power. PICO,
I don't want you to get in trouble with your arithmetic. It's about a third.
is it a third? Well, no, but
200.
that's customers, not
customers.
not individuals.
Oh, okay.
So, for instance, if you live 3 or 4,
He's right again.
you know what? Oh my God, I'm never right.
That's true. That's true.
We've been up a long time.
Yeah,
so.
go ahead.
PECO is estimating, unfortunately, 85 to 90% of the people will have their power by Friday. I'm hoping it would have been a little earlier, but they're trying to do the best they can as well. They've got to get some critical infrastructure, has to get on first, and then they're saying the last person will have their power on in 7 days, and that might be the one or two individuals that are affected on a grid. So most of the people will be up by Friday. They're coming up every hour. People are coming up. So hopefully that's the worst case scenario, and you'll have your power coming on soon. But just bear with us. If you need anything, we're here to provide the service. Give us a call. The number, our township number, even the 3600 number is manned now 24 hours a day. If not, just call 911. You can call the police department, the inside number, the 633-3700. That's 24 hours a day. There's always somebody here. Our emergency operations center is staying open, so we'll have people here, and whatever your issue is, we'll be able to help you, emergency related. Again, as the mayor said, you have no food, you're cold, you don't want to stay in your house or your apartment because you don't have electricity. Give us a call and we'll get you shelter. That's not an issue. That's what we're here for. That's what we do.
Okay, Jim, anything you want to add?
Oh, just that, we know that there was a lot of Ben Salem residents without power, and I think at the height of the storm, I think we had close to 75% of our residents were without power.
Now, some have been restored today.
Some have been restored.
And, but like you say, we have no control. I wish we did. Nothing bothers me more than not having control. We just can't get that part done. And I just want to say that we've been working with our Senator Tomlinson and State Representative Jean DiGiorlamo with PECO, lobbying as heavily as they can with them to try to get it done. I think PECO explained it the best they could on this conference call, that they're doing the best they can. They brought in people from other states, I forget how many states are, but as far as Kentucky, I think, and Kansas, and they have all this extra people here. But Bucks County was hit the hardest down here. And we didn't get the floods, thank God, that we didn't get the floods. Again, schools are closed tomorrow. We're speaking, it's Tuesday evening around 5 o'clock, so I don't want anybody to get mixed up on the shows that we've done. We'll come back and give you another update and hopefully be able to tell you that all the power is back on. And again, use 215-633-3600 and make the phone calls. Let us know what's going on. I can't thank both of you enough for your departments and everybody else that was here. There were some volunteers that got involved. There was a lot of people working.
I just wanted to add the volunteer fire companies, the 6 fire companies, those guys and gals staffed those fire companies around the clock. They were out. I know 37's union's been out pumping out basements, really providing service to the community down along Echo Beach and all those areas. That's PECO. So all 6 volunteer fire companies, again, volunteer fire companies, those guys and gals have been doing
incredible,
a fantastic job. And Topley's people, the paramedics, we've got 4 crews will remain, 4 paramedic crews will remain. Nobody else has that going on in Bucks County. And we're able to get to our people when needed for medical emergencies quickly. We have extra police in, and we're going to continue to staff it until we get through this.
I visited every one of those fire companies this morning. Every one of them were staffed. Every one of them were very tired because they've been out all night. So again, you've got an incredible team here in Ben Salem that is working for all of our constituents. So we'll give you an update soon. Until next time tomorrow, God bless everybody.